Hi, it's Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. So today we're going to be making pill boxes out of Tic Tac boxes. I hope you'll stay tuned. So we all have seen this. It's a Tic Tac box, and I thought, well, this would be fun to play with because I have been lately, I don't know, maybe some of you have this problem, but I have a really dry mouth from my arthritis. It's one of those great side effects you get. And I've been really into this Tic Tac gum. It keeps my mouth hydrated, and it's sugar-free, so I don't have to worry about that. And usually sugar-free gives me a weird taste, and I get a headache from it, but these don't. I don't know what the sugar-free element is. So I've been eating a lot of this gum. So I started thinking about the waste of all these containers, and then I started thinking about how much fun they would be to give as Christmas gifts. So here's my plan. Okay, I already got red on my finger. My plan was that I would take the containers and I would use, this has got a napkin on it, and it's got Collage Page in matte, and I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. Yeah, I did. It was $6.99 minus 40%, and I like this a lot more than Mod Podge because it's got this little pop top that you can, get a little bit out, and I just put it right on my brush, so it really works well for me. Just saying, like it a lot. And so this one I just did with just the plastic box. I took the lid off of it, and I'll show you how I did that. I wanted to make sure I show you the whole technique. You can use just about anything to do this, but this is a paper piercer, but you can use, like I used the back of a brush. You can do anything. Anyway, you're going to take it toward the back and just kind of pull up on it, and then once you get it part way out, it just comes out real easy like that. I use Goo Gone. First I soak this in water, in warm water, to loosen up the paper on the outside, and then that kind of just scraped off with my fingernails. Then underneath was that gooey stuff, the glue, and so I use Goo Gone. And if you've never seen Goo Gone, it looks, I don't know if the bottles still look like this because my bottle's from like 1981, but that's what my bottle looks like. And so I just used that on a dishcloth and wiped it off. It wiped all the excess goo off. So this one I painted red because I wanted to use this napkin, but I didn't want it to look see-through like that one. My red paint isn't 100% dry, but I'm too impatient to wait. And if you've never seen me take napkins apart, you put a little piece of washi tape on the side of it, or on the back of it, sorry, not the side, like this. And then you hold on to that, and then you just pull, and they pull apart like that. And you can use that other piece for whatever you decide. I'm going to try and get rid of the paper that I had under this because that's just distracting, I think. Here's what I was talking about, the cap, and why I like this cap. If you just take it and hopefully I'm in the camera. See how much I put on my brush? So if you do that, and then you just brush it onto the side of your Tic Tac container. Keep in mind, you want a lot of it the first time because you want it to adhere to the napkin. So hold on while I put a little on that side. And then I'm lining it up so it's almost at the top like that. And then I'm going to put another big gob. This time I'm just going to put it right on the Tic Tac container. This is my top edge that's open. You don't want to go over that because you're going to get the Tic Tac container glued in the inside. You don't want it glued in the inside. You only want it glued on the outside. And I'm going to go right up to that edge. And you see how much I have on here. I have a lot, and the reason I have a lot is because you need it to adhere to this napkin. And I'm just kind of brushing the rest off just because I'm going to end up having it everywhere if I don't. Okay, so I'm going to go like this. You want to make sure that you get your napkin really well adhered. If there's wrinkles, I don't particularly care about wrinkles. If you care about wrinkles, then you know, work on it so you get rid of your wrinkles, but I'm not that worried about my wrinkles. So then I'm going to take my scissors. I have to do this off screen, sorry, because I got to have it closer to me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and cut it so that it's one side, I'll show you in a second. One side I'm going to cut away. I'm going to wipe off my scissors a little bit, get rid of the excess. Then you want to make sure you cut off right up to the edge of the top of your bottle. I'm calling it a bottle. I'm not sure what you call it. Container? Bottle? I'm calling it bottle for right now. Later I'll probably call it something else. Okay. So that's what it looks like right now. And because I'm too impatient, I am going to do another coat on this on the outside. I'm not going to do the bottom. I'm just going to do the top and the sides because I don't want it to adhere to, I don't want it to get all stuck to itself or to the paper underneath it. And then once I'm done with this coat, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to put the excess on this one. I'm going to make sure that I don't have too much on these layers. And then I'm going to let it dry overnight so that tomorrow I'll be able to do the other part. In the meantime, I'll put another coat on this one. This one is almost dry, but I wanted to have one that was completely done. You want to do, I would say, I don't know, 2 or 3 coats. We'll see. This one will have 2 coats on it, and the other one will only have 1, so we're going to want to see exactly how this works out with the different layers. So this one is finished. The lid's on it, and you open it up and put as many medicines in there as you want. I'm just, like I said, going to put ibuprofen, things like that in there, but I thought it was cute. So then I wanted to show you something else I'm going to do with this one because it's kind of plain. I thought I would take my alcohol markers and do a little bit of coloring. And hopefully the colors will stay. You know, that they won't come off. I'm hoping, anyway. I thought this would be kind of a fun way to make it more more colorful, more, I don't know, just something more. I'm going to do the bottom. Just to make sure we got the whole flower covered. That's about it. So I'll just put the top on it so you see what it looks like now that I've added color to it. I could have gone around all of them with another color and you know, like made the background so it was a different color, but I don't know, what the heck, you know? I'm just going with it the way it is. Making sure that both sides are nice and adhered. And that's all you have to do to put the lid on it. It's just push it down like that, and there you go. That's those two. I wanted to show you one other trick to doing these covered Tic Tac Box, and that is, I don't know if you've ever noticed on the sides of your napkin, you have these little little waffly, you see those little square or triangles? You want to cut those off if you can. So what I do is I have a guillotine trimmer. You could use scissors, but a guillotine trimmer is so much easier for me. And then I go to the edge of where those stop. And you lose a lot of your napkin when you do this, but your Tic Tac bottle what a container, we're just going to call it something, is not that big, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh, didn't cut it. Nice job, Sandy. And still not cutting it. Okay, there, that time. Got it. Then we're going to turn it sideways and cut the bottom off because it also has those weird ridges. We don't want those. Those will definitely show up on your bottle, so you want to get rid of them if you can. And by if you can, I'm just saying if you want to. You don't have to, I'm just telling you it would make a big difference in the final look of the final product. I decided I want to do one more thing to my little pill boxes, and that is I'm going to put a little bit of ribbon around the top. And all I did with my ribbon is I took, this was a Stampin' Up, I guess that's kind of a beigey cream color, and I took some alcohol markers and colored them on some. Some I ran my finger over an ink pad with the ribbon underneath it. Either way, something like that will work. You could use watercolors as long as you don't get these wet. You could use anything, basically. The more permanent, the better, though. Okay, and then this one is the last one that I'm going to do. I'm just going to run a bead of glue just along the top edge there. This is the only color I wasn't really crazy about when I was finished, but these things happen, you know what I mean? And I like mine to be right at the edge, and then my end of my ribbon to be right at the edge like that. Then we'll run a little bit more of our glue like that. Just make sure that you don't go over that top section where you're going to pull the top off. You want to make sure the top can still come off. Extra glue right there, and then my last spot, I'm going to put a little more glue right there. I'm going to push that down, and if you can avoid touching it, that'd be great. I have a piece of, this is just fun foam here, my kids' fun foam, and I use it to kind of press the ribbon onto it, as well as using it to kind of absorb any extra glue. And in this case, I don't know if you can see this, but I have some glue that seeped through and is showing up. I'm going to show you how to get rid of that. It's very simple. If you have, I think it'll work with a hair dryer, but if a hair dryer doesn't work and you have a heat tool that you use for embossing, that will definitely work. What you want to do is you want to take your heat tool and warm it up. You don't want to put it on this for any length of time, because if you do, it's going to melt everything below it. So you just kind of want to go across it like that, just to get any of those little pieces so they're melted. And that one looks good. Let me see this one. Right there. And right there. And right there. And then my last one, little spot right there. More of a gob than I wanted. And that looks good. So it makes them a little, I don't know, a little more ornate, even though I'm not using them for anything other than to put pills in my purse. So there are my 3 little pill boxes. I hope you enjoyed this, that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and please tell your friends about me on social media because you know I love that. And thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.